Hey folks, welcome to Market Intraday Analysis by InTheMoneyStocks.com, your leaders in pure technical analysis, avoiding all that Wall Street hype. Today, Tuesday, October 27th, 2009. Well, folks, as we look at the market, we can see that the market is trading to the downside again today. Nice little sell-off over the last hour or so as the market is coming into a double bottom. Initially, we saw a hard sell on the open. Just after the open into the 10 o'clock hour, we got some consumer confidence numbers out that were not very pretty whatsoever. Kind of a disappointment there, and the markets did sell. However, with the dollar kind of pulling back, ExxonMobil screaming today higher, the markets were able to recover early in the morning, mid-morning session, all the way up into about early lunch. Then after that, the market has really started to roll over here, and you can see what you're actually coming into here is a beautiful double bottom. Possible little double bottom bounce could be in order right around this 106.15 to 106.20 level. We're right there now. You can see mirroring this low right here. You're coming right into that area. You should have support. Now, there is another key support that's just below this that I want to reiterate, but again, I do think you may get a scalp bounce right after it or right here at this point. But the next level I want you guys to be aware of, and I'm giving you right into the hardcore data here today because I think this is a very key level on this market. If you get below this double bottom, the next spot you're going to go to is 105.90. Why is 105.90 so important? Because on the SPY 60-minute, let's punch up the 60-minute here, you can see the 105.90. Right now you're hitting that support, that double bottom support right here, the blue line. If you get through it, the white trend line right here is at 105.90. That happens to be gap fill. Look back here. If I scan back to the 7th of October to the 8th, you can see the big gap right here. That is gap fill at 105.90. So be aware that that could be where you're headed today, assuming you don't get any sort of major bounces. Now, again, I do think a double bottom bounce is in order right here, as I just mentioned at the beginning of the video. And would you look at that? You're getting that. So that's a scalp play, folks. Exactly what I just dictated there is the scalp play. That is a scalper. If you're a day trader, you should be all over that. And again, I just gave you a play right there live as I'm doing this video, how you can see the expertise of what we do at InTheMoneyStocks.com playing out. Now, that can be on the daily, that can be on the weekly chart. It doesn't matter. I mean, what we call is what we call. It doesn't matter the time frame. We can read any time frame, weekly, monthly, daily, intraday, 60-minute, 10-minute, 1-minute, doesn't matter. There you can see the scalp. So that's a scalp right there. My traders are all over that, folks. All over that, taking that double bottom scalp. That's good for about 15 cents on the SPY, or you could play the SDS or the SSO. You would have to short the SDS or go long the SSO, which is 2 times the S&P, so you get double bang for your buck there, and it's a lot cheaper of those ETFs. Those ETFs are a lot cheaper as well than the SPY here. So in any case, there you see it, guys. There's your scalp, just as we called out. Now, if you come back down and take out that low, that's where you're going to head to the double bottom. The gap fill, actually, would be the next spot at 105.50. Now, let's again talk a little bit about what's going on in this market. What are we seeing today in this market? Number one, ExxonMobil was insanely strong all day today until really recently. Look at this move up on Exxon. Look at the volatility, rather, on Exxon in this chart. Up, down, up. I mean, huge amounts of volatility, as you can see, and that's really been one of the key catalysts for why this market held up so well this morning. And now with Exxon rolling over here, you can see that the markets are actually coming down into the double bottoms on the lows of the day here as well. But nonetheless, Exxon, as it rolls over, now you can see Exxon bouncing. Well, guess what? If Exxon bounces, that means the markets are bouncing. So going back to the spiders, guys, again, just noting that double bottom scalp right here. See that low? Right there to right there. As I called it live with you guys, you can see how we work, how we do, how we trade here. And sure enough, there it is, guys. Now you got a 20-cent scalp, 23-cent scalp as it continues to rally. And that's all a profit. Again, all you're doing is looking to mirror this low here with this low, go long, and look at that jump right there on the markets. Very simple, guys. Very, very simple on the scalp trade right there. Now, again, let's talk about some other things. First of all, again, the consumer confidence number today was not pretty whatsoever. Down we went here. You can see the selling. We came down, but initially prior to that, the first candle of the day touches this green trend line. See that first tail right there, the first candle of the day, and then sells off. Second candle pauses. Third candle right into the 10 o'clock time frame goes right up into there as well. You can see you touch that green trend line. This green trend line is a very big level. Why? Well, simply put, it's yesterday's afternoon's high pivot. See how the market could never get above there yesterday? That's telling you something. Remember, this chart is like a book. You just have to learn the language to be able to decipher what the book is telling you. All right, that's all it is, folks. It's nothing more than that. That's what InTheMoneyStocks.com does. We help you, teach you. We help guide you. We educate you on how to read the book or the market charts. And that's all it is. Everything on this candle, everything from candle to price to pattern to time of day is something that's telling you something, and you need to know it. And just like I showed you right here on that call, you can see that double bottom and look at the pop right there. Very simple, guys. Again, it doesn't even, in my opinion, it doesn't take a genius. I don't consider myself a genius. I consider myself a profitable, very wealthy trader. But other than that, that's about it. You know, I just know how to do this. I've been doing it for years and years and years, and it works. Bottom line. All right, now again, folks, as you're looking for the bounce here, if you move back up, you'll have minor resistance right here. Why is this dotted line minor resistance? Well, because it's yesterday's low, so you come up into that level, it's going to be a little bit of minor resistance. If you get through that, you're going to come up into this white trend line. The 50 moving average and 20 are sliding down, so it's actually a little bit lower. It'll be right around 106.90 to 107, even number. That'll be resistance as well, and then if you got above that, then you'd start looking for the green line. On the downside, as I mentioned, you have double bottom support still holding up from this low to this low, and then if you get through that 105.90 on the downside, which I just showed you on the 60-minute at the beginning of the video, why that's so imperative. Now, the NASDAQ's getting hit today. NASDAQ is getting hit today. Baidu is one of the key catalysts to the downside, BIDU, as it bounced off the lows, but it's still down about 54 points. I saw this morning at 348, and I said to myself, that's an even number play. And those of you that are Research Center subscribers or Intraday Stock Chat subscribers know what an even number play is. Even number play basically dictates you're going to get a bounce up big there in that situation, and you know it's going to happen. Basically, you jump long at 348 and go ride for the long, and look at that. Basically, this stock has moved up basically a total of 40 points off that low from peak to trough here, from 348 to 388 high, and just look at that. I mean, look at that type of profit that you could be looking at. That all that is one of our methodology points. The even number play is one of our patented Research Center and Intraday Stock Chat methodology points that we utilize to make good profits. But in any case, look at Baidu getting hammered today on the downside. Beautiful drop there. Google's down 8, Apple's down $5. That's a nice fall on Apple, folks. Apple's been very strong recently, finally giving it up. Look at Apple coming right into the double bottom as well, folks. That's a nice little double bottom move. That's another opportunity for a scalp. So a trader here, anyone watching Apple's chart, you can go right long right there. Why? Because look, you're double bottom. Look at the bounce on Apple. That's a beautiful scalp. All you're doing is putting the odds in your favor that this is going to work out, that you're going to be able to profit off these plays, and you're basically taking 80 to 90% success rate trades, which is what we do in the Research Center. For those of you that like that, again, that includes everything from the nightly videos of 40 minutes in length to the daily market reports to hidden gems, pro trader watch list, hot charts and alerts, technical tactics, you name it, more in there inclusive. That's all $49.99 a month. That's it. Again, in one trade here, in one call, you should be able to make 10 times that minimum, even if you're a small trader, on the kind of calls that we make. But in any case, folks, go check it out. We would love to have you on board, and you can join the growing group of informed traders and investors that are really learning how to avoid the pitfalls of the institutions as they try to get your money from you. You want to be on top of that and not give it to them. You want to be on the side of that they're going to be on to make profits, and that's what we enable you to do. All right, folks, just going back to the SPY, there's the bounce. I mean, simply put, that was a great call right there that I just made at the beginning of the video. You can see it playing out in spades. I mean, that's a great bounce. At this point, you're talking over 30, 40 cents on the bounce from the low to the high here now, and that's all it is, guys, just utilizing these to your benefit. Watch your levels into the afternoon session. We'll be back shortly, and you guys can join us in the nightly video tonight that will be on the website in the Research Center. You just have to subscribe. Talk to you soon. Take care.